Yeah.
We're on.
Okay, I'm going to call to order the Parks and Trails meeting. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Can we please get a roll call?
Sounds good. Ms. Gurney?
Here.
Mr. Soster? Present. Mr. Lucas? Here. Ms. Marshall?
Here.
Mr. Casey? Absent. Mr. Brown? Here. Mr. Duncan? Here.
And then can we verify advertisement of the meeting?
Yes. Advertisement is verified.
And then approval of the meeting minutes from February's meeting.
Motion and move reading.
Hmm?
And move of reading.
Make a motion and dispense with the reading.
And dispense of the
Oh my
reading.
goodness. Make motion to dispense of the
Yeah, you gotta make sure that
Second.
or else we have to read it.
reading.
All right. Ms. Kirby?
Yes.
Mr. Soster? Yes. Mr. Lucas? Yes. Ms. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Casey? Absent. Mr. Brown? Yes. Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Motion
Motion carries.
Minutes approved. Hooray.
All right. Public comment? I guess we really don't have public here. You're not really public.
I guess I could speak during the public comments. I'm just here to say thank you for the work you've been doing. I'm just here to listen and answer any questions you might have for me. I'm very new as a trustee, about 2 months in now. So I'm still learning. Parks and Trails is something I don't have a lot of knowledge of, so that's why I wanted to come. But Parks and Trails will report up through me as a zoning liaison, so I look forward to hearing what you're working on, and I'm happy to take any questions you have for me.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Yeah. It's nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
How much experience do you have with any other organizations similar to Park and Trail? Have you done any experience with organizations like this body?
Not a lot, I would say.
Okay.
I will say I'm an avid bike rider,
Terrific.
so I ride.
It takes one to know one, so it's good to see.
Quite a few trails around central Ohio here, so I know the benefits of them.
Yeah. Do you ride road or trail or mountain bike?
Trails to trails. So my favorite is probably starting in Sunbury and riding the rails to trails there up to Mount Vernon or further.
I'd like to ride from here up to Centerburg and back on right with the sun.
Yep. So I enjoy doing that, and I appreciate the efforts that you're doing with the board.
Have you had a chance to look at the new mountain bike connector?
I've driven past it, but I've not been on it yet.
It's a terrific walk.
Yeah.
I rode my road bike on it.
Okay.
That's how gentle it is, yeah. And it's 6 feet wide. It's wide all the way through.
I do have it's an electric mountain bike that rides.
Perfect. I ride one too.
I will get over there and try that trail once. Well, like I said, the weather this weekend is going to be.
It'll be too muddy, yeah. It'll tear it up too much. So.
But I'll get on that sometime soon.
Yeah, that's true. That's great. Any questions specifically for us?
Maybe if you just tell me a little bit about each of yourselves and how long you've served.
Sure.
Parks and Trails.
I got involved because I was involved with Combo, the mountain bike organization that built mountain bike trails, and was with them for 15 years. I was the president of that organization for a while. Actually, I held every office. So it was really natural for me to get interested in this. And, I do both mountain and road, mostly road these days, but it's love to see more accessibility and safer routes on these roads.
Okay.
So Don, my name's Andrew Lucas. I'm currently the secretary, and I joined the committee late last year, so it's been a couple months. Newer resident in Berlin Township. It's been a little over a year and a half since my wife and I moved to the area, and just looking to give back to the township and learn more about what's going on. And my wife and I, we like using the park systems and hiking, and definitely like to see as the township grows, just efforts for the safe travel. So the school travel plan's been interesting, and I think that's going in the right direction, just as far as establishing these safe travel routes. So.
Yeah, I'm Zach. I've lived in Berlin Township most of my life. And yeah, I just actually emailed, I don't know if it was maybe it was Ron. I emailed, I was like, hey, why don't we have like trails around here or something? And then Megan came on and she's like, hey, we're thinking about starting parks and trails coming up. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever you need. She's like, great, you're the president. Okay. That was what,
4 years ago, I
4
think.
years ago. So yeah, just a bike, and I have one wheel now, which is fun for the new, it's a little electric skateboard thing. And yeah, enjoy it, just trying to feel like it's something we're missing, so it'd be good to work out here.
I'm Hillary Cerny. I started when, Summer and Zach did, I think. Moved off, the 3 original, but we've been doing it for, I think, 4 years now.
That's what I was calculating in my head.
That's what I thought, so, Megan reached out to me too for the same reasons, because she knew I have kids, and we've lived in Berlin Township since 2008. We live really close to Berlin High School, so, but my kids can't walk to school, so it's always a thing that, I kind of cared about more, like the paths and the connectivity around here, and my kids like to be outside and play sports, and so do I, but, I don't know, so she just knew it was something that I cared about, and, when she reached out, I was happy to join, to see what we can get done.
Great.
I'm Summer, and I joined about 4 years ago. I think I came to like the first meeting as just like an observer, and then joined after. But
Talked you into it.
yeah, you talked me into it. And I have younger kids, so I wanted like more connectivity. And I know Allen Creek is right here. If we could get over there, just walking around from neighborhood and neighborhood would be great. I also know we have some great, surrounding towns and cities that have like native plant programs that incorporate Westerville model for like incorporating native plants into their parks and their requirements for, new buildings. Like I've driven through some of their areas, new development, and they're requiring.
Long time.
I offered him a table.
But I think Westerville is a good model of.
I should be a good test with you, as I've been on some of our responsibilities with this group.
I should have locked the door when it came in.
Well, then I wouldn't be able to show you all the new park plans and the plans. So, you can lock it.
But yeah, so I just like, you can see the vision there, and I would love to bring, that vision up here to connect wildlife and people and kids and everything all together. So I feel like we have a good layout for all of that.
Yeah, my name's Matt Tucker. I reached out to Zach like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago-ish, give or take. Yeah. So I live over, we moved up here about like 4, going on 5 years ago between like Africa and 3Ds and the K. So I'm a pretty big biker as well. I'm pretty tied into like Combo and Ryan and kind of what's going on over there. On top of that, I got an 8-year-old daughter, and then I have twin boys who are 6. So I think, kind of similar kind of feeling as well, just connectivity to the schools and parks is something that I feel like would be extremely valuable for sure.
Thank you,
I
guys.
just can't stand to see you sitting
Thank you. Nice to meet all of you. And, as I said earlier, thanks for the work you're doing. I think you have my email address, so that's probably the easiest way to reach out to me. If there's something you need, I look forward to helping you in the future.
Sure. What organizations of government, like the county, where you tie in? Do you have? Good. Do you already know those folks? I guess is what I'm asking in the county.
The folks in the county,
Yeah.
I would say that I'm learning more contacts with the county now that can help us out.
Okay, that's great.
You know, most of my past experience on the township level was on the Board of Zoning Appeals. So don't always get that contact
Yeah.
with some of the other Board of Zoning Commission today. But yeah, as I continue to build relationships at the county level, if there's something you need help with, let me know.
Okay.
And I'll say something nice about you, because I was just with one of the commissioners who didn't know that I was coming up here and didn't know that I knew you, and he said, hey, that new trustee at Berlin, he's a great person, we're gonna work well with Berlin now, and blah, 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 and so yeah, Jeff Penn was really
Yeah, I met with Jeff a couple weeks ago.
spoke highly of you.
Great, glad to hear that. So yeah, if there's somebody at the county you need help with, let me know. Sure. I went to the county commissioners so far, I can reach back out to them.
Okay.
I've met with the economic development team twice now, so we're looking at, how we can utilize their help, so.
Yeah.
I won't say that I know all the answers or resources, but I'm not afraid to go out and ask and try to help you out.
Okay. Terrific. Awesome. I feel like I'm dominating the conversation, but I do have other questions. Seems like one of the bigger bottlenecks or the ambiguity that we have is with the engineering office on which roads are county and which are township and which ones are transitioning from and when. That has a big impact on the things that we discuss here as we try to plan forward what's going to be our responsibility and what's going to be the responsibility of the county, and what plans does the county have for development of a lot of the roads around here and adding bike paths and widening roads, overpasses over the railroad track, all that stuff, and of course the roundabout in Africa and Cheshire, that's very near and dear to my heart. So I'm always curious to know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen and what we have to be proactive about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will, I'll reach out and try and get that list for you
That'd be great.
of those roads. I'm trying to learn those myself right now. Roads
So many new roads. I don't know which ones are and which one isn't. Yeah.
And the county website right now seems to be a bit behind on project plans.
Yep. I noticed.
Then I know I had a lot of those questions during the campaign last fall when I went on the website, and it was hard to gather that information.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of questions on the interchange out on 171.
Yeah.
You can find that online, but trying to completely understand it is a challenge.
Yeah. The roundabout there at Cheshire in Africa was on everybody's radar, and there was some preliminary information released, but it's gone back and forth, and now we don't really have a date anymore when we thought we knew it was going to start coming in 26. But I guess.
And I can help with that too, because that was our other meeting, we spent a lot of time with
Okay.
Eric and Tracy today and Rob Riley, and talking to them about not just our area, our world,
Yeah.
Berlin and Orange, but everything, just to get a list from them. What's their priority list and when are they actually starting, and they're putting that together now, so I'll be able to share that with him.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Terrific. Sorry, everybody.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Public comments? on to discussion of ongoing efforts. I don't have a lot to talk about with the school travel plan, but some small updates. The travel plan is finalized. It's been signed by all of the interested parties, and so, yeah.
And we're on pins and needles waiting for the money, right?
Well, that's the next step, is then the next grant process, so.
Yeah, when do we have to do that by?
Well, Renee's doing that.
Oh, right.
Do we have to approve anything for it to be sent on to get like signed by like trustees
I'm not
or
sure,
anything along
actually.
those
Well,
lines?
so they've already signed off, like, I think Don signed off, you and Aubrey had to sign off on that document, and then like the school and Delaware County, so she sent it out, Hannah and Renee sent it out, and they got it signed. I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Because you know in the past we've had to like get approval from the trustees to, you know, like,
Yeah.
or if it's just like fine that it's handled by like Aubrey and move forward. I don't know.
I
That's
do,
what I didn't know.
well, before Don took over, Megan did say that Aubrey was gonna get more involved because of the time and.
Yeah, because we don't meet, you know, meetings.
Right. And it's a little, it needs to be addressed, I think, a little more rapidly, so.
Will they publish that onto the website then too? Do we know?
I'll reach out and ask us. I'll reach out to Aubrey too and see if she needs anything.
Because that just could be a good resource for anybody that wants to look at it.
Oh, I see what you're saying,
Like,
to put
The,
up.
the travel plan on the township
Oh,
website.
yeah. That was a good idea. Township website. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, that's kind of, it's moving along, but really not from our end, so, I'll keep everybody up to date if anything new comes up, but, that's about it though. Any questions on that?
Did we get an update on the railroad overpass on Cheshire? That was one of the topics we had last week, or last month.
Is that happening?
I thought it was like, I thought we heard it was mixed, right? Or
That's
like
what I-
delayed,
Oh.
very
It keeps getting
indefinitely
pushed.
delayed.
Right now, last I had heard it was indefinitely, but
You never know.
until we figure it out, basically.
It's just like the home road overpass that would strongly feed growth and create a lot of value for the county. And we were just talking about that today. That now, that now sounds like it's going to start sometime in 2027 with a 2029 completion.
Oh, wow.
The overpass? Or what?
For the home road
Is it
extension
home
over the overpass. And so when we were asking for a list of priorities, actually when these things are really gonna happen versus.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so tough, we're trying to make our businesses survive, and you can't do that without that overpass.
Yeah.
11 years ago, when I came here, that was gonna be done in 2019. We're a little bit behind, or 2022 is gonna be it. So we worked with Rob today on that, and I'm helping them make sure that if the railroad stalls it at all, that I've got connections. I was in Washington on Monday, so the railroad's ready to help. So hopefully that'll help, but I did not hear, and you're right, I heard Cheshire was gonna happen first.
Yeah.
But when I listened to the priorities, I did not hear Cheshire even brought up. So.
I couldn't even find it on their website.
No, I didn't.
They're 20, we put construction drawings together and bid out a overpass at Shanahan. They're $25 million, $30 million. And the one at Home Road will be 40 because of the expansiveness of the road.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We had discussed at our last meeting, I don't know if this was in the interim, but to make it a safer crossing with a gate.
The Z
pedestrian
gate,
gate,
yeah,
Z gate.
the gate crossings.
There in Cheshire,
as a cheap, quote, cheap alternative for the railroad there. I don't know, is that something we can go after with a separate grant, perhaps?
Is that on our original list of stuff?
I don't think it was. I think we were all holding our breath for an update on the overpass.
I don't know if that made the first, like,
Yeah, I don't think it was
round
in the
for us.
First tranche.
Yeah, but maybe there's other grants out there that we don't know about, and we could.
Well, I also think that the road, like some of the other things that are on our safe routes to school, our travel plan, can be implemented into other grants. Like I know that like the disconnectivity between like on High Road, if that's not something we address with safe routes,
There's
could
other
be like,
ways.
I know that there was the one grant that does like this disconnected paths. Can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but when we have like this project put together, this plan put
I
together,
could probably use that
we
then.
can utilize that. for
Yeah.
sure.
And submit.
So, but that might be something too, that we could
Yeah.
potentially, because there's no path there either at the moment, so. But there are potential paths there.
Yeah, I ride the shoulder on Cheshire all the time. I feel pretty safe. It's wider than it used to be. so-
Much better than it used to be.
And it never intimidates me to go over the tracks. I ride the middle, take the whole road right in the middle. I've been over tracks when a car goes by and the railroad tie in the road lifts up on one end just as I'm going over it. That's always tricky.
I've stopped riding on the road. Did you hear about over the weekend, 17-year-old girl?
Yes, very sad.
It's just, it's bad. I mean, even driving back from DC, I mean, it's like people are texting, people are not paying attention, and it's dangerous.
Well, there still isn't, and there probably never can be, a contiguous path without having to cross roads or
Right.
connect via road. So at some point, you're on the road.
Right, now, crossing in short distances,
Yeah, well, even if you go through Sunbury, if you come up from Galena, you've got a good mile of riding through city traffic to try to get all the way up to the connector on the edge of Sunbury there on the other side. Yeah, and that doesn't intimidate most riders, I think, because the speeds are lower and pretty good sight lines. Yeah. And did you have something you were gonna say about the roundabout?
I didn't hear the roundabout
Oh, I'm sorry.
but we are gonna get a list.
Okay.
Really regional, not
Yeah.
just, Evans Farm, not just our area.
Yeah.
I said, we really, all of us, right, after talking with you, and all of us need to sort of get a feel for that, because as Rob brought up, traffic from Evans Farm goes all the way to Polaris and all the way to Sunbury, and so we all affect each other's area with this.
Yes.
And timing is something we all need to know, right? None of us in this room can tell the engineer on timing. So it's good, they're putting a good list together, I think. At least it's a start for you guys to get a handle on what is in your township and first. And then you're right, and you can't, like Shanahan now is gonna be, instead of it half orange and half, Shanahan will end up being a county road, and so we'll tie it, and 2 roundabouts, Hollowback will be a county. So it's tough to.
Yeah.
Got something for show and tell?
A start. So I hate giving this to you. I really do, because let me show it to you, and then I'm going to probably. So this is sort of what I've been working on. As I read through park plans and morpses and everything, I finally got to a point where we're getting close, but it has some key inputs. So I hate double-sided. That's the way my printer So this will talk about a map that shows access points, and it's gonna ask you guys for things to input. And once you give them to me, then I'll have it in a final plan that we could use for funding and everything else. So this is where I am to date. It goes through and it'll have some opens and it will say, look, it's what we have now and here's what we need. It has stuff about where are you currently getting grants and those kind of things. So, and the pretty pictures, I met with Edge Group today, and so some of them will.
You just want to send us a digital copy?
Yes, I will. And then and this is sort of my memo to you guys, and
Back up to you.
so let's talk about, and I just met with my partners, the Evans Farm property. Now, originally, we were just thinking, hey,
You identify those streets for us,
this is Shanahan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's
And then
the
the
school.
pie.
Sorry, I wish I had a bigger map.
No, that's
Those are railroad tracks.
yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. And actually, as we thought about it, we started talking about why aren't we answering some of these things and the people, and why don't we do a whole pool facility big? I mean, it's something that's sort of called for. Everybody's asked for the pool, like Orange Township has. And what we were thinking is, one, why not do all this side, all the way up even to our ag center, and talk about a public-private partnership with all of it, and donate it to the township. Maybe switching this, which is gonna be recreational, indoor recreational, and Megan talked to me a little bit, and she's got a group that wants to do an indoor recreation. Maybe switch this over there, and maybe we do the big pool facility. In other words, this whole area becomes the Berlin, and maybe we do the pool facility and some portion of it there, because remember, here's the Berlin Town Center.
Right.
So with the connected trails and
And if you
10-foot
tie it
trails,
going all the way down.
now you got people really over here, and it's the pool facility handles all of this as well as everybody else, and it becomes the Berlin Township Park
Recreation
District.
complex.
Huh? Yeah.
Recreation complex.
And so Edge Group is gonna help us as we formulate this and call for these spaces.
This is public too, or is this not?
Well, I don't even know if we switch this and decide to do public, indoor stuff here or something. No, I think it all becomes public. If we do a pool system here, it's sort of a private-public deal. Like, we need to put an amenity center for us, a big one. You guys want a public for Berlin Township.
Right.
So we've got the space, we've got the room. Let's
You think of like.
think big, and here's how it's funded. The ground's donated, right? We're donating all the ground. So it's not just 10-acre park we're donating. Let's talk about a bigger picture and create what some of this plan calls for, and work with the township. And I know we're meeting on March 9th, I think, with the trustees about where funds would come to build all this and do that. And I think we've got that pretty well. Once we talk to the trustees and they look at our plan, they're gonna go, yeah, why would we? We would work out something that we would, our people would have memberships to it, who cares, and then, but yeah, I mean, it was sort of the central of, with the schools and this school and everything, and connect it all with trails. We're talking to the township about this, getting North Road in sooner than later, instead of waiting for it. Great for the school buses, great for connectivity from the schools riding bikes. We get the Z gate crossing in, it's on part of our discussion next on the 9th. So this was just handed to me this morning, so I haven't. But as soon as I said it, Xenia said, look, we know this corner is it's zoned commercial. And it's, it's expensive ground for us. We're buying it from, we haven't bought it, well, no, we have bought it from the family. But we all see this whole corridor. Hopefully Jennings moves up here and gets this done south, but we see this as a recreational area. So why don't we think about putting the big pool complex here? Do we bring this park over to this side? Anyway.
Are these soccer fields for
They're
size?
just multi-purpose fields, and that's just Edge Group put them in. I don't know if that's what we want, doesn't matter.
I was just kind of for size, trying to figure out size.
That's where that like greenhouse is right now. Is that right? On that,
The greenhouse is right here,
it's over more.
over here. And we're looking at it going, we were thinking of saying, okay, we just take that quadrant and we go all the way up because it all connects. We got the ag center, we connect all the trails, which we're gonna do anyway, connect these green space. We make it all over here, and then Xenia's just talked to me a little while ago, and he said, look, this is like a hub of Berlin Park area. Why don't we think about shifting this and shifting this over? And so I said, yeah, I'm gonna go to the park. He didn't even know I was coming tonight. I said, oh, I'm coming tonight anyway to talk about getting all this stuff sort of gathered. And then we've got a meeting on March 9th to sort of present how we think not only this will be funded, but significant amount of revenue that Megan's mentioned that we could build a lot more than just in this area.
Sure. What did you say was going on in Berlin? What?
The Berlin Town Center's right here.
Is that a
And
commercial
here's,
district or something?
and here's what it is. It's, I'm trying to see. I got too much stuff. Oh. So what it is right now, see, this is zone commercial. Anything in this pink area. It's the Berlin Town Center just like this. It's commercial, it's multi-family,
Okay, like what you
it's
see down.
townhomes for sale, townhomes for rent,
Gotcha.
apartments above commercial, it's the same thing you see down here.
Like where standardized is currently, that area.
But at a different
But
scale.
a different, gotcha.
And so long, right now you can't even, it's tough to even have businesses survive down here. So, the business side, but when we look at all and connecting it from a standpoint of, we're just looking at this whole area. And this is where we were gonna put the ag center. So why not open it up to the Berlin plan?
Forgive me, what is an ag center?
Agricultural center, what we always wanted to do, and the family wanted us to work with the schools, have a building where 4-H and gardens, public gardens, a big garden center like they did north here on Purdy's property, and you see some of those near the school. And we're going to do a big garden center for the Evans Farm people. We got a garden society, master garden, so we're building all those and pavilions. It's sort of like, And again, it doesn't have to be an ag center. It could be more, whatever we decide in our group of how to program this. And this sort of talks about that, but really excited about it because, you're talking with this and this ground, we're talking 30 plus acres. We can really make the first statement so big that when we're going out to get funding and this TIF and all the different things, ways to get it, we could really. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, I do like it being, if you could do more, switch it to the other side of the railroad, because then access to more Berlin Township walkability.
That's
better.
exactly what
Yeah.
I was thinking, and that's what I said. Even if we do, because this corner we always said was going to be an indoor recreational type of facility. You're not going to put in this area. We'll have the commercial buildings and then part of the multifamily in it. Cause this is 40 years.
Pickleball place in there somewhere?
I got some pickleball court
These
trash.
pickleball courts have to have lights for at night, please.
Yeah,
It
they
is an
better be
actual-
dark sky. They better.
Well, I mean, it's actually an issue. There's nowhere to go. Like at this time of year, you can't go anywhere.
Here's what's interesting. So we did that, right? And we didn't put lights on our pickleball courts. And that we just did temporarily out on Lewis Center. You know, you see them, and then we realized any pickleball courts outside gotta have screening, because otherwise you're just playing badminton and watching it blow over around here. So then we had parking. You know, we just had our parking area, and it's in there, but the lights were lighting up the pickleball courts. Well, you know, 11:30 at night, the teenagers are out
That
there
was me.
drinking
I was
beer,
trying to play. You had it
playing
locked up.
pickleball, didn't you?
I took the kids to play. They couldn't get in. I had to drive back. and get 'em.
I mean, now, if it had been you, just call me. I'll open it.
Fine. You better give me your number.
Oh, I will. But then all of a sudden, the people that were living in the townhomes are hearing
Yeah.
11:30,
Super
12 o'clock
nice.
at night. And of course, the kids
I
are
mean,
yelling. And it's like,
So you move to Evans Farm and expect
oh, I know.
quiet? There's a brewery
Would you
right
like to
there.
talk to some of my residents
Yeah.
when they call? I know. I've tried the realistic side, but they don't like to hear that. I moved
Pickleball
It's a
cannot be that
family-friendly community.
loud. Cannot be that loud.
I think it was the
It's
kids
probably
with the
echoey,
boom
yeah.
box and the pickleball at 11:30 at night, and it just got to be. It was it became the high school hangout. I think.
I mean, like on a Friday, Saturday.
Yeah,
like,
that was
it's probably
you.
That was
okay.
me and my crew. My
How many
crew.
kids did you bring?
I usually have a full car, like 7 or 8.
She just drops them off down
Just
there.
call me.
I do, and I go over to standardized.
Call me. I can open it up for you. It's not at 11. Anyway, I'm excited about it because this is just, and again, I apologize because every time I come here, I get excited about doing something, then I disappear for a little while. The good news is, as of this Friday, my son runs Team USA, so he finally got back from the Olympics and gave me some garb. He sat with the Goudreau family when they watched the hockey
that's
team
awesome.
win, and he helped get them over there and set them up, and said that just a great group of people. Then he decided, I shouldn't say this if this is a public
It is
meeting.
live
It is
streamed.
live
just
streamed.
so you know.
My wife's not watching it, so I'm always glad to tell my family. So my son decided that he wanted to get more hair in the back. Since he's a Griffin, he thought he could change that. So what's he do? Thursday night, he closing ceremonies are over.
That's turkey.
He's wrapped up,
Didn't know.
flew to Turkey with his wife, and had scheduled it for months.
Yeah.
Of course, I get Friday morning, I get a text from some people in DC, and he gets it on because he's Team USA, that they may not want to travel abroad
Uh-huh.
to the Middle East.
Mhm.
So a little heads up to the people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's too late, he's there. So Saturday morning is when he's going through his operation, and I'm sitting at home like, now, I was pretty sure it wasn't gonna be, nobody was going to bother Turkey, but, oh my God. So he just I drove to DC and I had meetings Monday, but he got home, we picked him up at the airport Sunday.
That's good.
I was like, oh my gosh.
But was it worth it? Does he have hair now?
Well, it
He's
looks
gotta
like
grow-
he's
he's
got
gotta grow Adam-
has to grow in.
Adam Levine, there's no
Gotcha.
question. He came through the international thing in DC, and I'm looking like this, and all of a sudden he got to be like this close. I went, whoa, they really. So excited about this. Edge Group is really drilling in. I will send you this with a list of questions that we need to answer to complete it, and then boom, it'll be full color. It'll be this thick instead of the other stuff, and we will have spent no money doing a plan that's better than the ones they've spent $150,000. Orange Township has one that's that big.
Yeah.
And it keeps repeating itself.
When would we need this? Because we just canceled our April 1st meeting.
Well, we never really
We
had
didn't
one,
have
but
one.
No, we didn't.
No.
it wasn't canceled, we just never
I
had
just
it, because it's
accidentally
during
scheduled it.
spring break.
Yeah, it's during
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna email you,
Okay.
we'll say, okay, you're gonna fill out the portion about the
The lights for my
the
pickleballers.
grants and the pickleball.
Nah, just-
So everybody will sort of input, location maps of where the next parks is, we'll put this one in, and then we'll have a plan that we can get funding for and everything. So, anyway.
That's cool.
Terry, thank you, Dan. No, you guys are stuck with me, whether you like it or not. I didn't want you to think I abandoned you.
We were actually just wondering where you were.
We were.
And then I fly Friday to Boston to surprise my daughter and watch her get engaged.
Oh, well, you got this on public, I
Yeah,
hope
she
she
gets
gets to
to
watch
watch
it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay, he's a good one. He asked me at Christmas time, I said, yeah, you were supposed to give me a ring when we were on vacation. He goes, I know, it didn't come in.
Congratulations, trip, right? Just you say yes, right?
He said, she's made it very clear that she won't marry me if you don't say yes. And I said, well, you wouldn't have gone to Switzerland with us. The answer was no. So I sort of figured it. Anyway, I'm excited about it, finally getting to a point where we can have some fun and,
Good.
yeah.
Well, thanks for bringing that. Yeah, we'll send it over. We'll see if we can add to it.
And now everybody in Berlin knows my son's getting here.
There is one viewer, so.
I
It
think,
might be us.
It's us.
no, it's been at 0, but I think, I sent it to my friend to see if she would log in. So.
She couldn't sleep, so she's
One other thing on the, I've been working with Ryan Hughes, who came in and he walked out like combo and what combos and everything. So the flow trail, which is the other southern portion of the connector that'll go down to P1, we just got totally funded. So it's about $147,000 that we got. He got the 50K grant, the Delaware grant that we had initially kind of like reactively heard about as well. Lost the Woods put about like 23K in, Trek put about 15K in, then Atlas Butler put about $75,000 to do a really large grant to be able to fund the whole entire thing.
So they're
That's
gonna
awesome.
do what they did at the north side, basically?
It's gonna be technically a flow trail, so a little bit differently. Like flow
Is this
is
the one that says like a roller coaster kind of?
kind of like it's not supposed to be like as much pedaling
Right.
comparative to what you're doing up top.
Sure.
But the whole thing that he's actually doing with it as well, because he's getting a decent amount of pushback, is well first, so Cincinnati has Cora. Are you familiar with Cora?
Yeah.
Central, yeah. So Cora was essentially Cincinnati's mountain bike organization that then transferred to a trail system. And they kind of morphed that because of not only bikes, but walkers and hikers and people who wanted to be able to join the trail as well. So Ryan's kind of pushing, and Combo's pushing more or less for the flow trail to be also a all-encompassing walking trail, hiking trail, biking trail, and everything.
Were you here last meeting when we?
I was not here. I've missed the last couple. I've been traveling a lot.
Yeah, that was a good conversation. We had some walkers here who were.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes. There's intent behind that shift as well. So he has like all the green light for everything. The funding just came through last week. We sat down with Michael, the guy who's the president of Atlas Butler, and gonna work on that. He's then also mountain biking is now Pelotonia, which then they're gonna do a bunch of like practice races
Like training.
up here in Allen. And then with this connector, also like Gators, which is like the junior mountain bike organization, is going to do a lot of things as well. So expecting like a little bit more busy with this to be like more of a practice area. So I know like the southern part of P1 is obviously not a part of Berlin, but it's going to kind of all connect now.
Did they get enough funding to put the in and out on the trail, keep it off after the road?
Not yet.
Okay.
Nope. Just to finish it. So I mean, the southern part is all snowmobile. I'm sure you know, like it's
Right.
majority snowmobile. It's like very, very muddy within there. Like you can kind of ride in there, but it's like just slop mess. Like right now, I'm sure it's an
Once
absolute
April
wreck.
starts, you're gonna lose a boot back there.
Yeah. So I forget the slogan. I should remember it, but it's like mud to trail or something like that. It's kind of the slogan that he's going to start rolling out with it around like we're transferring what is a swamp essentially at a lot of
Yeah.
times of the year to be able to be more biker as well as hiker friendly. So yeah, that was huge. I mean, the 75K for them was like,
This is going to then have the crossing at the marina parking lot on the P1.
that's a great question that they're trying to figure out as of right now. And one of the things I know with even the roundabout up at Cheshire, I think trying to find out the applicability of how to be able to make sure that there's some crosswalks and transfers that are there as well.
So Megan was pushing, Megan Rail trustee was pushing for an updated version of the engineer's plan to include this crossing.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, because Lost in the Woods, I don't know if you guys seen, like they have big plans to knock down that house and put a restaurant and building, and they're fueling that a lot. So I think,
Bought a bike from those guys, I stop in all the time.
yeah. So I think they're trying to make that obviously just interconnectivity a lot more, to say the least, which is a good thing. So yeah, it's exciting.
So would that finish out then, like that final section would complete the trail that they're hoping for?
26.3 miles,
Wow, okay, that's
which is
awesome.
huge.
Yeah,
Really, really huge. I mean, I'm sure you know that's 20 years in the making or so.
I mean,
Talk
just a
about
little
It
bit
used to
more,
be 30 years.
Or 30,
and it
yeah.
could have been a marathon.
A lot of years in the making for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I moved here in 96.
26.2.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it's awesome.
That is fantastic news, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I honestly don't mind the guardrail bypasses. It
No, it's not bad.
doesn't bother me, I've never had a close call,
Yeah,
and I think it freaks people out to see somebody pop out of the woods like that.
I think so. People have been doing it for years though. How they had just north of Cheshire where they built, make sure I say this right, built out the wall that goes into the water.
Yeah,
I think that's the right way of saying it.
Yeah.
Like they had extra like $40,000 of grant money that they kind of just were able to utilize that for.
yeah.
But there's not, an extra 40K of those, 2 or 3 pop outs that you have to be able to do that they can be able to build that out. So I think that's down the road.
It doesn't bother me. It's mostly when I ride with my son. I'm just white knuckling behind.
Yeah.
Cars come flying past.
Yeah, that's what's good. I mean, like my 6-year-old boys ride all the time over there. My wife got a bike and she's riding a mountain bike over there. And I think that's kind of the intent of what he's trying to do is hikers, community, junior. It's the easier. It's not P1 that they're jumping on by any means. So they can be able to kind of get introduced to the sport. And I think Lost in the Woods is trying to obviously fuel that a lot.
It has worked fantastic. My 10-year-old took him to P1, hated it, took him there, and he loves going there.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really nice.
That's great. Do we have anything else on our agenda?
I think we hit everything. Next would be late items.
Okay, there was no April nor July
Yeah,
meeting.
we're-
Apologies for scheduling it.
Where did we ever go? Like last year, it was like a year ago. We mapped out like green spaces around Berlin of like, it was kind of like a
That's,
pie in the sky activity.
that's what we'll need to do to fill out this too. Just, focused on some areas that were,
Okay.
and you sort of you had a map that we sort of went into and looked at. Anyway, you got some
We
work.
picked out some trails and did some green spaces. I don't know
Well-
where it is right now. I can find it. and
Yeah,
just-
St.
The idea
Francis
of the
schools have
hotel
a new map too,
part.
right?
The Rock
They
Hill.
made
They made one, so we can also add to that.
It's already partially developed.
Great.
Yeah.
No, but we could always
That's what
pop
we
in
need.
our own.
Spec out in here, and they all don't have to happen, but we have to,
Yes.
indeed.
Because what you were walking through the plan is really just down near Evans Farm. It's not all across, or is yours kind of like an evolution of over?
No, this plan, the plan that I'm doing is for all of Berlin.
Got it.
Evan, what I just showed you was just the way to trigger, again, we know we're doing it.
Got it.
And now and then it goes into this pretty plan, so no longer does it say, yep, we're looking for our first park. Here it is, and it becomes part of the master plan of the whole that we looked at.
Okay.
In areas that we want to focus on to connect trails and everything. And this takes into all the background support of the people that have talked to Morpses and everything, really finally.
That may also be when we may need more contact with zoning in terms of, I remember Megan saying something that when we get our plan, like, you know, all finalized, everything like that, we can put it in like our, incorporate it with zoning, so if a township road becomes a city road, that if they widen it or whatever, they have to put in
Yeah.
the road. I remember her discussing that.
This actually calls for that.
That calls for that,
It
okay.
calls for that because we both recognize that not only is that, you know, but it also calls for the trustees and the zoning department to look at this plan, so when somebody wants to do something, they say, oh, by the way, you're putting in the 10-foot trail,
Gotcha.
you're connecting this, and you're going to do this is part of our park plan.
So that would all be included in that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
No, but it's a good point. You know,
Yeah.
it was one of the things when I was struggling through, because we're new, right? And so you can't pull up and say, well, this is where this park is and how it's going to connect, but it does specifically make sure that this plan's followed on a day-to-day basis by the zoning commission and the trustees, because that's when you get the chance to do it. And, you know,
At no cost to the
at
township.
no cost to
Yeah.
anybody,
Yeah.
really. I mean, you're gonna zone something, you're gonna make them do this, but then if they're following through, it just benefits everyone.
Yeah.
You just remember as we were going through that, I feel like I missed a couple, so I apologize. But one of the last ones I was at, I reached out to John McConnell's son, and McConnell does own that rifle and rod range as well. And McConnell said, like, when there's plans, like, we own it, we're not really doing anything with it. Like, didn't say, like, we're donating it by any means, but, like, let us know kind of, like, what comes of this. So
That was one of our points we looked at, and there's no question that I think if we give them the pretty picture, I think they'll even donate and be part of a bigger picture.
invest in it for sure.
Yeah.
That's when the park is named after them, right?
Great. Yeah.
Right?
Everything else in Columbus is. So.
Yeah,
Might as well in the
exactly.
park.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody have anything else?
No.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn? Second. All right. Next meeting is, sorry,
Yes.
I'll just go through the count real quick.
Sure.
Ms. Curry,
Yes.
Mr. Saucer, yes. Mr. Lucas, yes. Ms. Summer,
Here, yes.
Mr. Brown. Yep.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Adjourned. So our next meeting is going to be
May, the first one's in May. May,
6th.
is that what it is?
Perfect.
Yes.